everyone, today I'm talking to you about high-end or luxury beauty. You know I love my drugstore products, but I equally love the high-end products and the kind of luxury experience you get when you're buying them. The packaging, the service, the product, everything about it. I've got a bunch of empty products that are all high-end, so I've used them up completely. So it's kind of an empties video, but concentrating just on luxury products so I can tell you whether or not I think they are worth spending the extra money on. The first one I'm going to talk about is from Origins. It's the Origins Pure Cream Rinsable Cleanser. This for me is worth a spend. I'll start off by saying that. It's £18.50, you get 150 mils, and this lasted me about 3 months just using it once a day because I use something else at night. You may have heard me talk about before that I developed peri-oral dermatitis? Peri-oral dermatitis around my on my face at the end of last year. It took months and months to clear up. At one stage I had to completely cut out every single face care product completely other than micellar water and normal water, and I had to gradually start reintroducing things, but I had to be really careful about the ingredients and double check everything. And this is the only face cleanser that I've found that I now trust at the moment. So it's got no sodium lauryl sulfate in, which if you do have peri-oral dermatitis, why can't I say that? If you do have the dermatitis on your face or eczema on your face, sodium lauryl sulfate is apparently an ingredient to avoid because it's the thing that makes the products really foam up, but it's quite prone to cause sensitivities or allergies. It's also got emollient in it and carrot oil, so the 3 ingredients together just seem to work really well for me. If you have hypersensitive skin or very dry skin or eczema or dermatitis on your face, then I would recommend this. Definitely worth a spend. For other people, maybe not, because if you're one of those people that likes a really deep cleansing where it really foams up and can really scrub your face, then this doesn't do that because of the lack of sodium lauryl sulfate. So it's definitely not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but for me, definitely worth a spend, as I've said about 1,000 times already. This is the Molten Brown Warming Eucalyptus and Ginger Body Scrub. This is actually my husband's, but I buy it for him every Christmas or birthday, and we end up both using it over the course of the year. I'm going to smell it because I know how amazing it smells. It's so refreshing. The eucalyptus and the ginger just makes it really fresh, really clean smelling. That smell that you get when you walk into a spa, that's definitely what this reminds me of. This costs £29. So obviously how long it lasts depends on how often you use a body scrub. I get a bit lazy or forgetful about doing it, so it does tend to last us quite a long time. Molten Brown for me in general is worth the extra spend. I don't love all of their products, but there are specific products that I do tend to repurchase from them again and again, and this is one of them. However, if you are looking for a slightly cheaper alternative, then Rituals does a similar scrub to this. It's got eucalyptus in it as well. I don't find it quite as refreshing and quite as strongly scented, but it is a good cheaper, I know it's still in a sort of luxury brand, but it's a good cheaper version to this if you're looking for a bit more of a luxurious body scrub. Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is actually only the travel size, so it only costs £9, which I think is pretty reasonable. You get 30 mils in it, and this probably lasted me a good few months, but I don't tend to use it every single day, only because I forget sometimes. But if I was to buy the full size, it would cost me £21, and having used up the whole of this little bottle, then I would say that £21 on the larger size bottle is well worth it. I just find that if I forget to use this, or when I had it, if I forgot to use it, I would really notice the difference in how long my makeup lasts. So it obviously works at keeping your makeup on your face for that little bit longer during the day. However, I haven't repurchased it yet. I've got the Makeup Revolution one, which you may have seen me talk about in a recent haul. Much cheaper. For me so far, doing a reasonable job considering the difference in price. So in theory, I would buy this again in the full size, but for the moment I don't feel like I need 2 on the go at one time, so I'm going to stick with my Makeup Revolution one. This is a Pie face cream. It's a day cream and it's the Essium and Macadamia Replenishing Day Cream. Pie is a brand that I love. I discovered it last year, specifically designed for very sensitive skin, so they're very careful about the ingredients that they use, and this is the one that's meant to be for very dry skin and or ageing skin. I think it's pretty pricey. This is £40, and you get, I'm not quite sure on the size, but one thing I will say about the packaging, which is great, is it has this little vacuum pack thing. So that means that you do not waste any product. I hate it when you get to the bottom of a jar, especially when it's glass and especially when it's cost you a lot of money and you just can't get that last little bit out because it's a complete waste. So the packaging is pretty smart, I think. And I do think you can see where the money's going because As I say, packaging's really good, it's cruelty free, it's vegan, it's certified by the Soil Association as being completely organic, and it's formulated for sensitive skins. So if any or all of those things are something that you look for in skincare, then the brand as a whole is definitely worth checking out. I haven't actually repurchased this, but not because I don't love the brand. I've actually repurchased a day cream, but a different type. This I just think was the wrong one for me in the end. I found it too rich. Even though my skin's dry, it's obviously not as dry as what this is designed for, and maybe I'm just not quite as far in the aging process as you're supposed to be to wear this one. So probably for somebody older than me with sensitive skin and dry skin, this is probably perfect. I've actually gone now for the calming version of the day cream, which again I think is the same price. I think it might be a couple of pounds cheaper for some reason, but for me that is worth the money, especially with the skin problems that I've been having lately that I mentioned, and I will be repurchasing that one again when I've run out. So you may have seen this in one of my videos before. It was in my birthday haul. I was lucky enough to get this for my birthday. It's the Clinique Deep Comfort body lotion. This is a nice big container. It's 400 ml in there, so it does last a pretty decent amount of time. This costs £29. So is this worth the spend? I think it really depends on what you're looking for in a body cream. I like something unscented or very, very minimally scented in a body cream. I like something for dry skin, but I like something that's going to absorb nice and quickly. This does all of those things for me. But if you're somebody that likes one of those really sort of strongly scented, more luxurious feeling in terms of the smell body creams, and you're probably going to wonder why this is so much money. But yeah, I really like that one. However, you would have seen in my favourites if you watch my videos that this was in my favourites last month, which I've now finished. It's the Clarins Moisture Rich Body Lotion. So along the same lines as this, not scented, very, very absorbent into your skin, but very, very nourishing. Both great for sensitive and dry skin. I think this one slightly beats this one in terms of my overall preference. So this one was actually a deluxe sample that I got, so I didn't pay for it, but it comes... Sorry, my cat's playing with chocolate. But it comes when you buy it in 200 ml size, and I did check the price on that. How much is it? It's £30. So they're about the same price, but this is double the size. So it's a bit of a toss-up really. I prefer this one, but this one technically is half the price, so whether it's worth the spend or not really depends on what you're looking for when it comes to body moisturisers. So this is Benefit's That Gal. This is clearly only a little sample size. I got it free when I purchased what's it called? The other Benefit primer. Professional. I don't know why I couldn't think of it then. Anyway, so I got this free when I bought a full-size Professional, and I used it up completely. If I bought this in a full size, and I've looked this up, that would cost me £22.50. Benefit makeup I do love, but I don't find that everything in the range is as good as the other things. So for me, this wouldn't be worth the £22.50. To be honest with you, I probably started off with a negative view of it because the sales assistant said to me that she didn't really like it, which I thought was a bit strange for a Benefit sales assistant to not really or admit that they don't really like one of the products. Anyway, so I just don't find that it makes your makeup last as long as the Professional. It's slightly more absorbent because it's not silicone based, but maybe it's just the wrong type of product for me, because brightening for me isn't really my main concern when it comes to skincare and primers. I'm more looking for something that's going to be moisturising, keeping my skin plump and making my makeup last all day. And finally, I had to include my Lancome Bifacil eye makeup remover, my holy grail of eye makeup remover. I've talked about it many, many times. It is expensive, £21.50, which kind of seems, when you say it out loud, a bit ridiculous for something to remove your eye makeup with. But I just find that it's the only one I've tried, and trust me, I have tried loads to try and find something cheaper that is as good. But it's the only one that I find is gentle enough, but still takes everything off, but isn't too oily, isn't too drying, doesn't make my eyes tingle, I don't have to rub too hard. Anyway, it's all the things I'm looking for in an eye makeup remover. The only one that I found that comes close, and again I featured that in another favourites video, was one that my mother-in-law actually brought me back from Spain. So I haven't been able to repurchase that because I haven't been to Spain since then. But that is a drugstore one as well, so that one comes close to this. But in the meantime, whilst I am in the country and not able to get to Spain, then I will repurchase this again and again. I've got 2 bottles in my cupboard at the moment, and there's always a couple on the go so that I don't run out, because this is the one thing that I really do not want to run out for all my beauty products. So that is everything I had to talk about. I hope you found it helpful. I just find that if you're spending extra money, well, if you're spending any money, you want to make sure it's worth it, but particularly if you're spending money on a luxury product or something that's high end. So if you've got any recommendations for me based on what I've talked about, or if you've got any different opinions on the products, then please comment down below. Like the video if it has been helpful, if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for weekly videos. I'll see you next time. Bye!